What's going on, guys? Tech Clear. I'm recording this literally like seconds after UFC Fighting St. Louis just ended, and this card embodies everything I love about this sport. Like I've been watching this since I was a kid. You know, Brock Lesnar, Rampage Jackson, Lyoto Machida, Silva, GSP, Matt Hughes, all those old guys in the late 2000s and all that. Like, this sport to me means everything. Like, there is no other sport where everything is on the line at every event. Any star can be made within a second. Any star can completely be destroyed within a second. And like tonight, so many stars were made. Like, dude, we're gonna get into it. But Joaquin Buckley will be a champion in the welterweight division. Um, Derek Lewis obviously is Derek Lewis. He's he, one of the greatest of all time. Never won the title, sadly, but he will go down as a Hall of Famer. Um, Without further ado, let me go through the card and give my take on all the fights. I missed two of them, I think, because I was watching Jesse on Fire break the news that the Russian government is going after Khabib Nurmagomedov for $2 million, which will be the video tomorrow. I want to wait and see if anything else comes out on it, and I want to read through it myself so I can give a good take on it. But man, well, let's just get straight into it here. Starting off, we have the fights that I missed. JJ Aldrich versus Veronica Hardy, unanimous decision, woman fight. Charles Johnson versus Jack Hadley. I heard it was a really good fight. Unanimous decision for Charles Johnson. Now we're getting into the fights that I watched. Trey Waters versus Billy Ray Goff. This is one of the best early prelim fights I've ever seen. Um, it was really competitive. Billy Ray Goff landed a ton of good strikes. He landed a couple takedowns. Trey Waters, though, he landed some beautiful combinations. He's also 6'4" at welterweight, which is insane. I really want to see him start to fight some ranked opponents. I don't really know who at the moment, but he absolutely deserves to be pushed. Then we have this Ricci Pennington fight. Now, obviously, majority of any woman fight in MMA is just a piss break. We all know this. But they threw hands. A couple good takedowns. Actually, let me pull up the stats so I know. I'm sorry, one takedown. The other takedown attempts were really good. Very close in strikes. Significant strikes. Pennington had. She fought incredibly. Um, the control time is what made Ricci win though. She managed to take her down in the second and hold her there for a while. Then we get to Terrence McKinney versus Esteban Ribovic. Ribovic, is that how you say it? Now, I picked Terrence McKinney to win because every fight he is in, it's a highlight. And this fight was no different. He landed a couple good strikes, but then 35 seconds into the fight, Ribovich threw one of the most beautiful head kicks I've ever seen in this sport and knocked him out. Tough loss for McKinney, but again, I think every fight he watches, people will watch. I'm a huge fan of him. And this Esteban guy, he won me over tonight, too. Uh, it reminded me a lot of Kevin Lee versus Gregor Golepsky. If you guys have watched that fight before, similar head kick. Then we get to Chase Hooper versus Borshak. This was incredible. Chase Hooper is one of the UFC's most brightest prospects they have, and he did not disappoint, man. He got knocked down. He outstruck him 129-2. Just let that sink in. 62 significant. The two strikes that Borshak landed were significant, but yeah, no, it wasn't even close. This performance put Chase Hooper on the map. Obviously, he's one of the brightest prospects they have, like I said. But this guy is here to stay in the lightweight division. He called up Patty. That's a great fight right there. That will show. I really want the UFC to book that fight. Make it. You should make it a main event of a prelim. You can even put it on the main card. I would watch it. Co-main event, no chance in hell though. Then we get to Acosta versus Despanier. I picked Despanier to win, but this Acosta guy put on a clinic. Outstruck him, out-grappled him. 3 or 4 takedowns, 1 submission attempt, which was really deep, by the way. Yeah, this fight here was just unbelievable to me. Complete domination. As you can see, one of the judges gave him a 30-26. I forgot what round it was, but there was a round where he took him down for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, as well as rocked him 3 times. Then we get to St. Louis's own Sean Woodson versus Caceres. This fight was unbelievable. I thought this one would be a split decision. Caceres, or however you say his last name, he landed some beautiful combinations, dude. Yeah, I think his first combinations go, he won the fight. He had a couple of great three jab combinations, couple hook combinations, few uppercuts, but Woodson managed to keep the distance, and he kept it a standing battle. I kind of thought he might take him down to the ground and try and have his way down there. But no, it was a stand-up battle, and this was one of the greatest exchanges I've ever seen. Sean Woodson is here to stay in the featherweight division, and I'm going to say that about nearly every fighter on this card, but I truly mean it. This guy, you can make so many great fights with him, and they will not disappoint. So congratulations to Sean Woodson. Next we have Diego Ferreira versus Matisse Rebecki. I kind of thought Matisse would win this going in. The first round, he completely dominated Diego Ferreira. I thought he was going to get the finish. But the second and third round, Diego Ferreira put on a masterclass. Beautiful combinations. You know, his three takedowns were unbelievable. And then when he was taken down, he managed to get on top of Matisse and land some of the craziest ground strikes I've ever seen. He dominated this entire fight after the second, after nearly being finished. Um, he definitely plays forward on this one. I think Rabici, or however you call it, I think the UFC really wanted to build him up. Um, but, you know, shit happens. And, yeah, Diego Ferreira, the winner. Alfonso Manifield versus Carlos Holberg. I picked Manifield to win. He landed one strike. One. And then Carlos put on a combination, kicked him in the head once, and then finished him on the ground with punches. Insane performance. This guy, especially in a division as stacked as the light heavyweight division always seems to be, this guy is a fun fighter. You can make so many good fights with him. And he definitely won me over. Obviously, he's Australian, and every Australian fighter is awesome. Manifield though, I don't know what you do with him. Um, I don't think the UFC will bury him. I think they'll give him a good fight, but for somebody who I thought was gonna break into the top 15 and be like a legitimate contender, he definitely has some time. He has the talent to be out there, but you know, Olberg just showed so many holes in his in his game, and it was an instant knockout. Now we get to my favorite fight of the night. The fight that, oh, not that one. The fight that I was most intrigued by. What was that one too? And that one. So, Joaquin Buckley, as I'm sure you all are as well, is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC right now. Obviously, has that spinning kick knockout. And, yeah. I thought this would be a tough matchup for him. He went in there, St. Louis native too. He did not give a single fuck. When he wanted to strike, he wanted to strike in exchanges. When he wanted the fight to go to the ground, as you can see, 4-4, that fight went to the ground. And he held him there forever how long he fucking wanted. Joaquin Buckley is one of the biggest stars in the UFC right now. If you didn't watch this fight, go watch it. The moment this goes on Fight Pass, watch it. I will rewatch it instantly. This performance to me was absolutely one of the best performances of the night. Maybe not on the level as Ulrich or Derek Lewis, but this was incredible. You have a guy in welterweight, and he called out Conor McGregor. And this is the one man I will not bitch a single word about. Give him any big money fight he wants. This guy deserves it. He is an absolute freak. To go in against one of these insane European Muslim fighters who just take you to the ground and do whatever they want to do. Even though he's not really a grappler, he fucking dominated him. As you can see, 30-26. I had it 30-26 as well. Um, there was one where he ran in, he threw like multiple combinations, and then when I think he took him down with like 2 minutes 30 some seconds left, held him there for the entire round, beating the shit out of him too. Multiple hooks, multiple elbows, absolutely laying him up. I may need to make an entire video on why Joaquin Buckley is an absolute gem in the UFC right now. I don't know how you can hate this guy. This guy puts on highlights every fight he has, win or lose. Um, I don't know what you do with Razibov, but like, dude, it's. I'm gonna get to more of it after I'm done going over the main event. This fight right here was my main event. This is the one fight on the card I looked at and I said, this is the fight. This is why I'm watching this. This is why I'm spending hundreds of dollars for Sportsnet Plus just to watch this fight. And dude, like, I really hope the UFC treats him well. Buckley deserves the absolute best. On the off chance he sees this video, massive fan. 100%. This guy will be fighting for a title soon. Mark my words. Anyways, then we get into the main event. And the main event was incredible. Nascimento showed that he's one of the most talented prospects in the heavyweight division. He took down Derek once, held him there for a while, landed some heavy shots too. I really thought the referee was gonna end this fight, but Derek was stuck in. Lost the second round too, but in the third, his coaches did the Leon Edwards to Derek Lewis. They were like, stop grappling and throw. Then he goes out, instantly starts an exchange, knocks him out, TKO, fight's over. Next Commando though, he will make it to the top of heavyweight. I really liked his game. This is the first fight I saw of his, and he is incredible, dude. Obviously a Brazilian fighter, but dude, insane. Like, man, like one of my favorite things. Let me turn this on, just so I have better lighting. Like, the reason I love this sport so much is that every time two people go into that cage, can you turn on please? Like, every time two fighters go in that cage, they put everything on the line. They put their star value, their record, their health, their mental health, their social media fans, because MMA fans are the most petty fucking people on the planet. Sorry if you hate me saying that, but it's absolutely true, including myself. But dude, like if you're not a fan of the sport, you won't understand. Like, unlike cheering for a hockey team or a football team, you know, you can get emotionally attached to that. Uh, whenever your team loses, Game 7 Boston, every fucking time I play them in the playoffs, absolutely crushes me. But with the UFC and MMA, doesn't matter what promotion it is. One, Bellator, PFL, uh, is it WEC? Like Pride. Whatever organization you want to go with, like, you will never get the atmosphere of a UFC fight. I sadly haven't been to an MMA fight yet, and I actually plan to make it to multiple in my lifetime. I really hope, like, through this MMA channel, that can be a possibility, and I truly believe that will be the case. If they ever bring a fight back close to me, you bet your ass I'm buying tickets. I don't care if it's $5 grand. I'm going. I do not care. Um, but like, dude, this like it's sad that this fight night probably was completely overlooked by most of the MMA community. The diehards, we knew. We knew the moment Derek Lewis was on the card, it was going to be a good fight. Terrence McKinney was on the card, good fight. Walking Buckley, good fight. Like, we all know this because we are elitists and gatekeepers, and we will never stop being gatekeepers. Um, but dude, like, I'm still fucking hyped after that. And it was an early card too. It wasn't, a 10 o'clock card. This is in the middle of the afternoon to, what was it, 8 o'clock? Something like that. And man, like, so many stars were made. Like, the people who deserved to get their shine got their shine, win or lose. Um, there isn't a single fighter on this card I can say anything bad about. Every fighter deserved to be on this card. And to be completely honest, this is a pay-per-view worthy fight card. Really was. Like, I would have happily paid $90 to see this. Um, Hopefully Islam versus Poirier delivers on that. But we got we got a couple fights before that. Which reminds me, um, I'm gonna briefly go through the upcoming fight. Come on. UFC match. Alright. Oh shit. Carolina actually won it. Alright. Let me make sure this is showing. Um, Obviously, I'll do my own separate shorts and videos on this card, but like, check this one out. Edson Barboza, Lerone Murphy, undefeated guy versus one of the greatest strikers we've ever seen in MMA. Kaylin Williams versus Carlston Harris. Thamba Gorimbo versus Ramiz Rahimaj. Adrian Yanez versus Vinicius Salvador. That might be my favorite fight on this card. Um, Juliana versus Andrew Hill. You know, obviously Andrew Hill doesn't have the best record, but she puts on fun fights. Victor Martinez versus Tom Nolan. Uh, Omar Sy versus Rodolfo Boleto. Haley Cohen versus uh, Tamiris Vidal. Abus Magomedov versus Warley Alves. Like every single fight on this card. Oh, Tim Elliott's not on the card, damn it. But dude, we've we've got so many good fights coming up. Like usually around summer, like obviously we have International Fight Week. We always have banger fights, dude. And you know, this channel, obviously, like I'm on Ace. I'm gonna live with you. I don't have a job. I haven't been able to like find one that I can tolerate or I have the requirements for. But like this this sport means everything to me. Um, it's just it's the greatest sport on the planet. It really is. Um, you know, obviously UFC. If you know the history of it, they went bankrupt multiple times. Dana White and the Fertitta brothers, they bought this company when it was going out. Everybody thought they were completely fucking crazy for buying this thing and saying, no, this sport will be the biggest sport on the planet one day. Everybody laughed at them. They got regulated multiple times. Every government hated them. And now you look at the sport, thanks to your GSPs, Anderson Silva's, Uriah Faber, Dominic Cruz, Rampage Jackson, John Jones, Khabib, Conor McGregor, Masvidal, both the Diaz brothers. Like, this sport is the best sport in the world. And if you if you don't ever sit down and actually watch the lead up to a fight card, no matter what fight card is, if you don't watch the press conferences, the weigh-ins, the interviews, you will never understand what the capability and what truly MMA is. This is the greatest sport on earth. Um, but anyways, I got a video coming out on Khabib being targeted by the Russian government. That's a real fun one. I need to read more into that one. And yeah. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about that fight? The entire fight card. And like, subscribe, do all that stuff, share this video. And yeah, see you in the next one.